Hey, SuperDraft family. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm JC Money. This is my man, Coach Craig. It's January 26th. We're here to talk a little bit of SuperDraft Pro. What was it, 9-game slate tonight?
10 game.
10 game. Woo!
Last night was a 9 gamer.
It's gonna be I feel it's gonna be fun. Like looking at some of the players, like I feel a little bit more confident tonight than I did a little bit last night. Especially with the Pelicans, I feel like we should have leaned that way a little bit, but you don't really know that it's gonna game like that's gonna keep up the way it did. I mean, I feel like that should have been kind of a blowout, but
yeah,
it's what it is.
The 76ers kind of suck besides them beating Tobias Harris apparently. So they scored all the points and the Pelicans scored some points. That's how it ends up. But yeah, you have that. But like, I mean, even then, like if you look at the Pelicans, yeah, there was a lot of value there as dart throws, but like, like the 4 dart throws that we're going to talk about, like only 2 of them were Pelicans too. Like there's still a couple other guys that were dart throws that did better than some of the Pelicans too.
So let's get into it right away so we can set a couple. I mean, I got 8. I played a bunch of nickel lineups, so we can just run through a bunch of lineups tonight because, I mean, I don't care about the nickel ones. I mean, we've already hit on one. That's the best part. So let's do it again. Yeah. Let's do it a couple times. So let's get into some of the studs. I mean, Cade, man. I mean, like you said,
shit happens. Career freaking night. So yeah, he had 73 points before the multiplier, 1.4 multiplier, 202.2 after that. He ended up playing 40 minutes. He actually made a bunch of shots. He had 6 combined steals plus blocks. So that's a free 18 points right there. Not too much else you can say. It's just the best game of his career. There was no reasonable way to expect this. You give him a medium projection and a 1.4 multiplier, even at medium projection. Like, didn't look very good yesterday, but he panned out. So, and God, I can't remember who they were playing. It wasn't even like a good matchup or anything either. It was just kind of out of nowhere. So you can't really expect that too much. The 76ers guys, like I said, Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid, they were like the only 2 guys that could do anything for the 76ers yesterday. I mean, we talked a lot about Harris yesterday.
On my list too.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about Harris though at 1.35 yesterday. Like that was just missed. Like in other DFS slates, you call it mispriced, but I don't know exactly what you want to call it on the multiplier. Just just a mistake essentially. Like he should have been at 1.25. But, he had 58.75 points before the multiplier, 79.31 after the multiplier. Joel Embiid, he had 76 points. Obviously, he has a 1 multiplier, so he was stuck at 76 points. But that is a damn good game. Joel Embiid, like, he's making a case for MVP at this point in time, just because he's carrying this team. Then Robert Williams was up there. Robert Williams was up there as well. He got 56.75 before the multiplier. 1.35 multiplier, ended up with 76.61. I believe he had 17 rebounds yesterday, and I want to say he had a bunch of blocks or steals or something too. Like, you'll have those games from Robert Williams. We've seen it since we even started doing this show. It's probably happened 3 times in like 20 days though. So it's not like it's completely predictable, when it's going to happen.
So all right, hope you picked some of the let's get into some dart throw darlings. And a lot of Pelicans.
Yeah, so we have Willie Hernangomez. He had 2x multiplier. He got 46 points, so he got 92 points after a multiplier. Ended up in that starting lineup. I kind of like Jackson Hayes a little bit better, but then Hernangomez started. I figured he'd just get in foul trouble against Embiid anyways once he was starting, so I wasn't like super interested in him. That ended up being a mistake just because he didn't get in foul trouble, and he actually played pretty well. He shot the ball decent, so can't really complain there. Luke Kennard, who the Clippers were losing by like 35 points or something like that to the Wizards last night, and they ended up winning by like 2. So they had this big comeback, and Luke Kennard was a major part of it. He got to 49.5 points, 1.7 multiplier, 84.15. Then Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the other Pelican, that was up here, he had 48 points, 1.75 multiplier, got to 84. And then Amir Coffey, another part of that Clippers team that played big minutes and helped lead that comeback, 46.25, 1.8 multiplier, so you get to 83.25. Mentioning a couple other Pelicans there too. Jose Alvarado, he was up there, but he got like 34 points at a 2x multiplier, so he got to 68. So the Clippers guys are still way better than him.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, crazy night, man. I feel like, it was definitely a crazy night last night.
Yeah, like some of it was predictable, but like the Clippers guys, you probably couldn't really predict either. So in terms of duds, we had Christian Wood here at 1.25. He got to 22.75. He only ended up playing 24 minutes in this game and ended up being a blowout. And this was a game that I thought was going to be competitive just because like the Spurs and the Rockets, they both aren't very good and they both play at a decent pace. It was still a high scoring game, which I kind of expected, but just kind of ended up in a blowout. So it really hurt a guy like Christian Wood last night. Russell Westbrook did Westbrook things once again, 26.5, 1.5 multiplier, just over 30 points. It's kind of what we've been seeing from him as of late. Then Miles Bridges, not the best game for him overall, 29.5 points before the multiplier, 36.88 after the multiplier. Tyrese Halliburton, somebody that I was really high on yesterday. The Kings team came out and they played like crap, like little garbage. The whole team shot 30% from the field yesterday, which is not like that it happens sometimes, but like you could play 100 NBA games and it's not going to happen, like all but one time. So he only ended up playing 27 minutes. The game was a big blowout. He only shot 2 from 9 from the field. Just not like, and when you're a point guard and you're trying to get assist, if nobody else is making a shot, you're not getting assist because nobody's even making baskets. So it was pretty bad for the Kings last night. I'm not like, so if De'Aaron Fox misses, I don't have a problem going right back to Halliburton tonight though. Because, like that's a fluke game. They're not going to play, like you're not going to play that bad back-to-back nights, or at least you shouldn't. Like the Kings aren't like
Randle.
Well, the Kings aren't like how bad the 76ers used to be when they were tanking like really bad. The Kings are at least halfway trying, even though they're not good.
That's awesome. Julius Randle.
He's just back and
forth.
All
right, let's yeah. You want to talk some injuries? You can talk some injuries.
Yeah, hold on. I'm seeing if there. So Jared Allen is playing tonight. That just came through. I'm just checking. So Jared Allen is playing. That's the newest one there.
Does that mean I need to come off my Kevin Love play?
Probably. Because now he probably only plays like 24 minutes. I mean, it just depends. Like, so Allen's got an illness, but he's playing. But he had the illness the other day. How many minutes did he play?
23 or 24.
Yeah, he'll play less than that. Whatever he played, just like take like 4 minutes off it, pretty much. Like he could still pay off, but it's just...
he made a lot of 3-pointers, dude. He took 12 3-point shots.
Yeah,
he made 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know, but he's not in play.
11 rebounds. Yeah, you're right. No, you won't have that many rebounds because Allen.
Because Allen and Mobley. Well, Mobley still did all right.
Yeah,
rebound wise. So for the Bucks, Grayson Allen's out. This is his suspension game from his actions towards Alex Caruso. Wesley Matthews is out. He didn't really matter anyways. Lauri Markman's still out for Cleveland. Obviously, Jared Allen just got ruled back in. And then we move over to the Hornets. The Hornets are without Gordon Hayward and Jalen McDaniels. So probably going to get Cody Martin in the starting lineup once again. Kelly Oubre coming off the bench, playing a couple extra minutes. James Bouknight actually played a bunch of minutes last night, which was kind of weird. But I don't think he's anybody you can even play as a dart throw, but he might not even be on the slate, honestly. But yeah, Cody Martin may be a dart throw, but he's only getting about 20 points. So even at 1.8, he's still not that great. The Pacers still without Malcolm Brogdon, TJ McConnell, DeMontis Sabonis, Miles Turner, TJ Warren. So the exact same thing as the last time that they played. You can look at Karis LeVert, you can look at Chris Duarte, you can look at Goga if you really want to. Last game out, he got in foul trouble. Probably won't get in foul trouble against Mason Plumlee, though. That's a positive, at least. Clippers are without Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, J.A. Preston once again. So obviously Morris is still out. You can look at some of the Clippers guys. If you want to take dart throws on Coffee, Batum, Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, anybody like that, you can take dart throws there, but not anything I'm like chasing tonight, obviously, since some of those guys did do pretty well last night. The Magic pretty much have the same guys out, and they're starting Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., and Mo Bamba, so nothing new there. The Kings, Terrence Davis and Metu are both out. De'Aaron Fox still listed as questionable. Maybe he's out, maybe he's not. There was a little rumor that he's going to be out once again tonight, but haven't heard anything official yet. The Hawks have Bogdan Bogdanovic, DeAndre Hunter, and TLC all listed as questionable. So if like all those guys are out, then maybe you get like Kevin Huerter in the starting lineup. Maybe he does a little bit of something, but I think he's still like a 1.65 multiplier. So I'm not like super, super interested in him at that point. The Knicks are still without Derrick Rose, obviously. Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel, both lists is questionable, but they said early in the day that Mitchell Robinson is expected to play. So I would assume that he does end up playing tonight. Then the Miami Heat, pretty much the same guys out. Kyle Lowry, Kizzy Okpala, Victor Oladipo, Markieff Morris, and apparently Chris Silva is on the team again. Caleb Martin, too. Oh, this one's not listed here, but Caleb Martin's in the G League right now, too. So don't play Caleb Martin tonight. Then for the Raptors, they still got Scotty Barnes and Fred VanVleet listed as questionable. So we'll see if they play or not. They both ended up missing last night. The Bulls, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, they're still out. They did get Levine back the last time out. So the Bulls are kind of looking a little bit healthier now at this point in time. Vucevic still listed as probable, but he's just got that bruise on his knee and he played the last game. So I'm not worried about that. Denver Nuggets, the big one is just Will Barton's listed as questionable. He didn't play last night. Sounds like Bryn Forbes is going to start if he doesn't. Austin Rivers did start last night. For Brooklyn Nets, they're without Nick Claxton, Kevin Durant, Joe Harris, Kyrie Irving, and Paul Millsap. Let's see. The Grizzlies still without Kyle Anderson, Dylan Brooks, Tyus Jones, and then Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark, both listed as questionable. Supposedly Desmond Bane's not playing tonight, but nothing official yet. Spurs just without Keta beats Diop, so he doesn't really matter. The Mavericks are without Tim Hardaway Jr., though, so that is kind of big. I had him down as a dart throw at least early on last night when I was looking through it, and then I get to this morning, and they're like, oh, his foot's hurt, and he's not playing. So don't play him. Then for the Trailblazers, they have Robert Covington, Damian Lillard, Nazir Little, Larry Nance, and Cody Zeller. All this is out. Dennis Smith Jr. is questionable to play. Don't really care about him, though, tonight. And then for the Suns, the biggest thing for the Suns, pretty much all the same guys are out, except JaVale McGee is also out tonight. So Biyombo could look a little bit better tonight if he's in that starting lineup. Or, we could get a little bit of a Jalen Smith dart throw if you want to go that direction as well. And then last but not least, the Jazz have Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell out once again. So.
All right. Let's get into it then. Let's get into some of the guys that some of the guards that are in play for tonight's 10-game slate.
Yeah, so that was me rambling on about that for a little bit, but let's see. So for guards wise, we have James Harden. He's a 1X once again. We saw him get, I think it was over 70 points last night. I know it was 73 on DraftKings. He had triple-double like I said he would. And, there's still no Kyrie Irving. There's still no Kevin Durant tonight. So it's James Harden at 1X. You just play him. Luka, he's a 1X too, but he doesn't have like the same type of, like on this slate, he doesn't have that same type of upside as the James Harden, a Nikola Jokic, a Giannis. So he's like in that next tier down and he's still at the same multiplier. So it's harder to play him on tonight's slate just because some of these other guys have higher multipliers and the guys that he's in that same class of multipliers with are just better players overall. Or at least better fantasy players. I won't say better real life players, but better fantasy point per minute producers at least. DeJounte Murray 1.05 you can always look at. I'm surprised they didn't bump him back up to 1.1 yet, and John Morant's at 1.1. He looks pretty good once again. Darius Garland 1.25 had a down game the last time out, but it happened. So he's been pretty consistent. Otherwise, he's been getting double-digit assists every single game. So that's something that's pretty good. Caris LeVert, you can look at 1.25. He has the upside, but last time out was his first game back. He still played sizable minutes too, so I'm not super concerned about him. Chris Paul at 1.25 looks pretty nice once again. He's been getting double-digit assists like every single game lately. CJ McCollum at 1.3, been playing those bigger minutes. Not the best game last night, but still wasn't terrible by any means. Tyrese Halliburton, don't have a problem going back to him if De'Aaron Fox is out once again tonight. He can't this Kings team can't be any worse than they were last night. And then Mike Conley and RJ Barrett both are 1.55. They're both in a similar category, guys that project around 30 points, but do have a little bit of upside for more as well.
I agree. I kind of like RJ Barrett tonight at 1.55. Yes. I mean, I'm between him and Halliburton. I mean, I don't know if I want to. I mean, it's just kind of it's risky going back to Halliburton, but I mean,
it's not really risky. It's just I don't think it's that risky because if Fox is out again, I don't really think it's that risky because every time Fox has been out this year, last night was a fluke game. Like NBA teams just don't shoot 30% from the field very often at all. It's like 1 in 100 games that any NBA team does that. So even if they play bad, they're still going to shoot 40%, and he's probably going to get 3 or 4 more assists, and then he's going to have a couple more points too. And I don't think they get blown out at least like they did last night.
All right, let's talk about some forwards. Just at least get into some of the multipliers. You don't have to talk about all. I mean, you were talking. I know you were talking about him earlier, but if you just want to get into
Yeah, so I mean, Giannis obviously looks good at 1x. You don't have to say too much about Giannis. Jimmy Butler looks great once again, coming off a triple-double at 1.15. It's Jimmy Butler. So there's still no Kyle Lowry. He's still going to have a ton of assists. He's still going to do enough on offense to, put himself in there once again. Pascal Siakam at 1.2 looks pretty good. And then he looks even better if Fred VanVleet doesn't play, because he's the guy they run the offense through when he's not out there on the court. And then Kristaps Porzingis, 1.25. He has that upside, but like him and Luka are like the guys just on tonight's slate. When you compare them to some of these other guys, you're just like, they're there, but you might get a little bit of exposure to them in case they go off, but they're probably not going to do it as often as some of these other guys. Julius Randle, obviously you've seen the up and the down, but at 1.25, I don't have a problem going back to him. If you had 1.25 the last time, he wouldn't have been a dud either. So it's just the fact that he was 1.05 on the smaller slate. OG Anunoby, if Scotty Barnes is out once again at 1.35, he looks all right. He did rather well last night, actually. Jaren Jackson, 1.35. He's definitely in play. It's just always a question with him as long as he stays out of foul trouble. Chris Duarte at 1.6. We know what we gotten out of him pretty much lately. You get 28, 29 points. If you get a little bit of upside game, then he could pay off. And then Kevin Love, he was 1.65, but Jared Allen's playing now, so not like super, super interested in Kevin Love tonight.
I thought that was going to be a fun play, man. I was hoping.
Yeah, and I mean,
just hoping. Like, and
I mean, like, at the same time,
he just showed, though, at least in minimum minutes, he can do it. He can do it in minimum minutes if he has to shoot, if he has to be the guy making assists,
Yeah.
No, he's a great. Not the assists, I'm sorry, the rebounds.
He's a great fantasy point per minute producer. It's just if he gets enough minutes, but I don't like. And the thing is, like, even today,
he gets more opportunity. He needs to have the opportunity. Like, he can't have somebody there that's like taking stuff away from him.
Nobody's
that's what
taking anything away from him when he's on the court.
He gets the shots, he gets the threes. Like, just kind of looking at where he's done the last couple of weeks when like people are in and versus people who are out. Like he's still getting the same kind of minutes, but like he's producing more because he's getting the opportunity to shoot more, to get more like rebounds and shit like that. What we want in this is rebounds, blocks, like the big shit like that.
Well, the biggest thing with him.
Double-doubles.
So with the Kevin Love, like you could still run him out as a contrarian play, but the fact that he did so well last time, like people are still going to play. Like there's still going to be enough people playing him that his ownership's not going to be like super low. So he's not even that great of like a contrarian play tonight either.
I think I'm going to play him in one of my $1 ones. Yeah. What up, Huss? What's up, brother? Yeah, I think I'm going to at least just leave him in one. The original lineup I kind of sent you, like that's the one I'm going to play. I'll just play that in my $1 one. I got a $15 one I'm going to play, but kind of the same lineup, but I got to figure out one forward I want to put in there. I mean, Duarte is always a fun play just because, I mean, he's a rookie this year. I mean, he looks pretty good when he gets the opportunity to play, but got to get that.
We got some news.
Go ahead.
So Duron Sharp is out for the Nets. So LaMarcus Aldridge should be starting. He looks all right at 1.65. And now James Harden is questionable.
Oh, shit. He's probably questionable because he's pissed off at Steve Nash.
That's his hamstring. But that whole thing started like a week ago. I think he's just mad they're not playing the veteran players. They're playing all these young guys that aren't very good anyways. I don't know if that's just like their. So let's see. Nikolai Vucevic is playing. Tyler Cook's playing. Mitchell Robinson's playing. Nerlens Noel is out.
Damn. It means a lot of lineups need to get fixed. But yeah, let's talk about some centers here then.
Yep. So, okay. So I mean, center.
Obviously, we're gonna go. You mean Jokic is the go-to guy.
So centers are like the same guys as always, pretty much, except we don't have Jokic and Embiid on the same slate today, which is kind of nice. It's nice when you can separate those two up, at least. But Nikolai Jokic, he's 1x. It's Nikolai Jokic. Vucevic is fine at 1.15. Bam Adebayo is fine at 1.25. Nurkic looks all right at 1.35. He might actually do a little bit better tonight just because they don't have Covington. They don't have Nazir Little. Maybe he gets a couple extra rebounds. So definitely if you're betting on some props, you can probably bet the over on his rebounds pretty nicely. Jakob still at 1.5. He played limited minutes last night and still had like 37 points. So so for me, like tonight I'm playing Jokic and I'm playing in Jakob Poeltl. Like that's the two centers I'm playing tonight. And then Hassan Whiteside at 1.55. You can definitely look at that.
Just like last night. I mean, look at Jokic. I mean, he did fucking amazing. Take a bow.
Well,
all right.
Jakob Poeltl would have had 70 points last night if they didn't blow out the Rockets. So, in terms of the dart throws, there's not that much out there today. Like Jeremy Lamb's 1.75. He probably fails more times than not. I can't remember who else there earlier. Somebody else. I mean, you can look at like Gabe Vincent at like 1.75 if you really want to. There's not a lot of guys there. In terms of forwards, we got Bojan Bogdanovic at 1.7. He's probably the best one, but he's a little bit scoring dependent. Cam Johnson looks pretty good at 1.75 again. Torrey Craig at 1.8. Decent multiplier in that lineup. If he gets to 30, then he's in play. In terms of the centers, you're just looking at Bismack Biyombo now at 1.7 because Duron Sharp's out now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for dart throws. There's not a lot today, honestly. I mean, there's guys you can look at, but they're probably not going to pay off more times than that.
Yeah, that Harden shit, man. I mean, what time is that game at? Let's see.
It starts at 7 o'clock our time.
7:30? 7?
7.
Man, I don't know, man. That sucks. Harden's out. Well, I mean, there's some good pivots. Actually, there are some good pivot options tonight.
I mean, like, so if you say you don't have John Morant in your lineup already, then I just would switch from like Harden to John Morant. Like if he gets ruled out, or you can switch to Chris Paul. You can switch to Devin Booker. You can switch to Luka, even if you really want to switch to Luka. Yeah, well, he's Aldridge should be starting tonight.
Forward. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need a forward, and I mean, when he got the opportunity to start a couple nights ago. Let's see here. Let's go back to the 19th.
He hasn't started in like the last however many games. He came off the bench.
Well, here when he had 32 minutes. He had a game where on the 19th he had 32 minutes, put up 45 points. With the 1.65 multiplier, I'm liking that a lot.
I don't know what Patty Mills' multiplier is, but if Harden misses, then Patty Mills looks pretty good too. He's probably like 1.6, 1.7 multiplier, I think, though.
I don't know. Is that risky?
What?
No, I mean Aldridge. I mean, I like Aldridge. I played him. I think I played him that night. He went off.
He's not risky because they don't have any other centers. I mean, they're going to have to dust off Blake Griffin tonight. Wonder what Blake Griffin's multiplier is.
Do you mean? Would you stack Booker? Would you stack Booker and Chris Paul?
No, not tonight.
No.
Blake Griffin's a 2x multiplier. He's going to have to play tonight, though. It doesn't mean he's going to do anything, but he's a fun dart throw at least. I'm going to put Aldridge in one of my Kevin Love lineups.
What up, David? What's up, my brother?
All
right.
Yeah, so my main lineup I got right now going is James Harden, Gary Trent, John Morant, Jimmy Butler, Pascal Siakam, Giannis, and Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, I mean, I think mine was pretty similar to that. Let's see.
Yeah, but I mean, there's lots of guys to switch off of. If. Hold on.
All right, let's see here. Come on, load. There we go. All right, so this is my $15 lineup. I think we're gonna get. What was that?
Hold on. I'm just trying to refresh this to see if we got any more starting lineups yet. So I don't remember if I said the Cavs. The Cavs is the normal one. It's Garland, Okoro, Wade, or well, I guess Wade's starting in place of Markman, Mobley, and Jared Allen. And the Bucks are starting Drew Holiday, Pat Connaughton, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Bobby Portis. So Connaughton's starting in place of Grayson Allen, which I said was going to happen, but people didn't want to believe it. And let's see. The other three are not announced yet for the 7 o'clock games or the 6 o'clock our time games.
Duarte.
What you got going so far?
Duarte, bro.
If he has an average game, he's not worth it. If he has a good game, then he's worth it.
Yeah, if he hits that 50, man. Whoo.
What?
So he hits
no,
that 50.
He's not
he's
gonna
hit
get
50
no 50.
once.
Yeah, that was without
49.
Levert. That was without Levert, though.
Yeah, I was thinking about playing Levert.
Levert's all right. He's got the upside, but he has a little bit of downside too. I wish he was like 1 point
tonight. I mean, he hasn't been playing okay lately, but I mean, the multiplier is not as high as it used to be.
I don't like him tonight.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to play a lot of minutes, but I don't think he does a lot tonight against Jared Allen.
What about Jimmy Buckets?
I have Jimmy Buckets in a lot of things tonight.
All right, let's see. Let's look at a guard. I mean, I like DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte.
But like with his multiplier, it just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, who the heck they play tonight?
Well, if he hits that 60, it's worth it, but
I mean, he hits 50 more often than not, though. So
it's crazy, dude. I just look right past LaMelo all the time now.
He just, he's there. Like, even last night when Gordon Hayward wasn't playing, like, he still was just mediocre.
It was like October, though. Like October or November time. Like, he was, like, fucking balling. Like,
yeah, but he also had a 1.25 multiplier.
I know Second Take Extra hooked us up with a...
What's up with the entries with the coin?
No, tomorrow is basketball, Huss. Tomorrow is basketball, so the free entries for subscription is tomorrow. Yeah, today was golf, remember?
Today was golf.
I hope you got your golf lineup in. We talked about it last night. Okay, so with the coin entries, so that basically is used. So if you have the SuperDraft sportsbook, it uses those coins. Yeah. Huss. We talked about we set a lineup last night. I think we actually talked pretty good about it last night. We did actually really well on it last night. I think we hit it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, weren't prepared for it too much, but went through the process the whole time.
No, I mean, I just listened to a bunch of shit this morning. I should have done a show this morning, but I was like, I wasn't really prepared for it. So Huss, just remember. So Thursdays from now on, I'm pretty sure it's going to be golf.
Yeah.
I'll just start shooting you reminders for lineups. I mean,
weeks.
We're really taking shots on it right now. Now that it's actually getting into the grind, where it's going to be like huge freaking, a lot of freaking players in the play that are out there in the field. That's what's going to be crazy about it. So you have to understand that in the cuts. And today what's crazy is it's Wednesday and they moved it ahead early, so it sucks even worse.
I don't know why it's on Wednesday this week.
I don't know either, but it's in your home state, or it's in your hometown, Huss. It's in San Diego. You should go watch it. I would definitely be there. When they get the 3M Open was here, I definitely went. I want to go again, but they got rid of the free tickets for the freaking for veterans. That shit was dope. We went for free and we had a blast. Got to see Matt Wolf win it. That was dope.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to see when the Heats play. So they play before Harden does. I'm just making my pivots for my core on the other side. So I'm like, So Pacers starting. So
like
Pacers starting lineup.
They really need to.
Hold on.
You're good. Go ahead.
Pacers starting lineup is Karis LeVert, Chris Duarte, Justin Holiday, Torrey Craig, Goga Batazzi, and the Clippers starting lineup: Reggie Jackson, Amir Coffey, Terrence Mann, Nicholas Batum, and Zubac. I don't ever try to say his first name.
I want to go Tyrese Halliburton, dude. I'm scared. I'm scared, little baby.
I ain't scared of that. It's one freaking game.
Scared
Like as long as Fox is the only way like Halliburton is bad is if Fox plays. Because the odds of a team shooting that bad on back-to-back nights is like almost impossible. And if they hit those odds, they should go buy some lottery tickets or something. Because should look that up sometime. See what the worst shooting on back-to-back nights.
This lineup has no risk at all. This lineup has like zero risk.
What is it?
Chris Paul, John Morant, Siakam, Giannis, Jimmy Buckets, and Jokic.
So you want a risky guy for the last guy?
I need somebody
just play Halliburton.
That's the thing.
Play Halliburton. He's got the upside at least.
His multipliers, 1.35.
Yeah, he got 40-point upside. 50. He got 50-point upside actually, but you can't look at everything because when you'd have to go back and like look at all the games that Fox didn't play.
Yeah, I understand that too.
Because when Fox plays, he gets like 36 points a night, and then he's just kind of like a guy. But when Fox doesn't play, he gets like 40+ points a night, and he is a good guy.
All right, we'll roll with this then. I mean, I'm good. I'm high. I feel like I'm pretty high on Chris Paul tonight. Been hearing a lot of good things about tonight, so I'm pretty high on him. And you know, Jimmy Butler now, the way we've been talking about him, I'm kind of high on him too. And Jokic I'm high on him every night. And also Giannis. I mean, I know that Allen's going to be in though, but I mean, you think he's going to play the full time?
Doesn't matter.
I know. You're right. It doesn't matter.
I think if I remember right, Jimmy Butler usually plays pretty good against the Knicks too.
So I went Halliburton, Chris Paul, John Morant, what is it, Pascal Siakam?
Yeah, Pascal Siakam.
I mean, he's been doing pretty damn fucking good.
Yeah, Van Fleet's out, wants to get in that offense restaurant for him.
Yeah. What was that?
I said if Van Fleet misses again, then Pascal Siakam, like the whole offense has to run through him.
Yeah. And then Giannis, I went with Giannis, the Greek freak, and then Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler, and then Jokic at center. This lineup, please win me $1,600. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Hey, it could happen. So Hornets lineups confirmed: LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Cody Martin, Miles Bridges, Mason Plumlee. So the same exact one as last night.
Let's see here. You think Harden's not going to play?
I think he's going to play. Usually, like when somebody gets downgraded like this, it usually means they don't play. But I'm just like, yeah, Harden's going to play. It's Harden.
I mean, it's a 7 o'clock game. I guess I can pivot to someone else at that 7.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't already have John Morant, you can go to Murray if you don't have him. You can go to John Morant if you don't have him in. Like, there's a lot of options.
John Morant. You definitely keep Morant in there.
Hell, if you want to, you could even go to freaking Patty Mills.
That's true. You're right.
If Harden doesn't play, somebody's got to shoot the ball, and it's probably going to be Patty Mills, and it's probably going to be LaMarcus Aldridge, because nobody else is going to shoot the ball on that team. They might die. They might lose terribly. Who they play? Denver? Oh, they're going to get slaughtered. If Harden doesn't play, they get slaughtered. Jokic could probably beat them by himself. Booker's just like either shoots well or he does.
I kind of want to do let's do one without Chris Paul. Let's do one with Booker.
Yeah, that's fine. When Booker's shooting,
I don't want to take Siakam out.
But when Booker shoots well, he's about as good as anybody in the NBA. Like when he's on, he's on. Like he ain't gonna miss.
Yeah, I know. He's dope. Definitely dope. Shit, we can throw a little DeRozan action in there.
Hey, they got Levine back though. I'm just like, they got Levine back. It's just like it's harder for him to have a blow up game. I mean,
we're basically just gonna take this lineup and throw a couple randos in each one.
Yeah, I mean, you can play LaMarcus Aldridge. You can play.
Yeah, I like that play.
You can play Aldridge. You
hate that.
Gary Trent.
I like it. The Justin Holiday game.
No. That guy fucked me last game. I bet the over on his fantasy points 21.5, right? He hit it like the last 6 games before that, and then last game he gets like 10 fantasy points. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. It was like the safest bet of the day too, like, and it just died.
I mean, I feel like you're only going to be making minor changes to each thing in this one.
Yeah, I mean,
you have a pretty solid core of players. I mean, we could throw Yaka in here.
Jakob, pardon.
Jakob.
I always liked him.
All right,
that's probably why I keep playing him.
Yeah, Harden, Booker, and Ja Morant. Then with Pascal Siakam, Giannis, and then LaMarcus Aldridge, and then Yaka Poodle, the man. He did actually pretty well last night. Like surprisingly, like I didn't know if I wanted to trust you, and then and then I did, and then he actually.
Well, if that game wasn't a blowout and he played another 12,
but he didn't.
So if that game wasn't a blowout and he played normal minutes, he would have had like 40 something. He probably would have had like 45 points before the multiplier. So he would have been like at 70. Like his multiplier, like there's no way his multiplier should be 1.5 right now. It should be like the same as Joseph Nurkic at 1.35 because he's playing just as well as Nurkic has been playing. And I don't know why. And like DraftKings is the same way. He had 37 points last night in like limited minutes. And he dropped his price tag $200. It's only $6,200. I'm like, well, free play. Like, just put the free square in. And the worst part is people just still like don't play him.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna throw Luka in one of these. We gotta.
Yeah, just take Harden out of one and
just
take Harden out. Take Harden out. Put Luka in, I guess.
Gotta take Love out. I got Love in a couple though. I'm just gonna leave him in there to see what happens.
But you can make this one really chalky, or you can make this one just boring and put Jimmy Butler in it. Then you have all the boring guys.
Do that. We could throw Yaka in here. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know if we want to, just because Jokic has been doing so damn good.
Just play all the boring guys in this one.
Oh yeah, this is pretty boring.
No, just play the super boring lineup. Sometimes that works. Usually not on 10 games.
I mean, no, you're right.
But I mean, if Luka, Giannis, and Jokic all have 70, then like that's already crazy. Like just because they have lower multipliers doesn't mean they can't be the best plays.
Hey.
Okay, so let's see. DeAndre Hunter. So the 3 Hawks guys are playing tonight. So Bogdanovich, Hunter, and TLC are all playing.
Sorry, my dog was barking. All right, let's see here. Where were we? All right, let's get another one. We got time to just keep like throwing randos. I mean, we have a pretty solid core for tonight. I feel like we can make it. I mean, we could get it crazy with one too. You know.
You want to get a crazy one?
Yeah, we can get crazy with one.
God, I still like Reggie Jackson, even though you have like they played. So he only played 16 minutes last night. They were down by like 35 points. Then like the second string guys brought the team back, so they just kept playing the second string guys. So I kind of like him. You can't like last night was just a weird game.
Okay.
Because they got blown out early, and then all the backups like brought them back in the game. Let's see who else. Who else haven't we played yet?
Man, I like the DeJounte Murray, but the thing about him though is just like I hate his multiplier, man. I feel like
But
he's solid for like 45 points. You know,
he's solid for 50 most
points.
Nice. Yeah. Play Cam Johnson, 1.75 at forward. Don't have him anywhere.
Who do you want to take out? Who do you want to take out?
Hold on. Take out Love for now. You want to play? You want to get CJ McConnell on this one, or CJ McCollum for like Chris Paul or something?
What Cam Johnson? Is it with a K?
No, it's Cameron, but just put Johnson in. It's with a C, but fourth one down.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, every time he starts, he does well.
I might have to throw him maybe in my $15 lineup. I think he's safer than the other guy I got in there. Let's see here. You just say,
I think the other guy was LaMarcus Aldridge, but LaMarcus Aldridge at 1.65, especially if Harden doesn't play. I really just want to. Can we put Blake Griffin in a lineup? I just want to play.
If you want to, let's do it right here.
Yeah, so I don't know. Take Siakam out, I guess.
All right, we'll save this one. We'll save this one. We'll do another one. Okay. Same kind of thing.
I need a Blake Griffin and a CJ McCollum.
I put in RJ Barrett. So let's put in Cam in that one.
Look at the comments.
Who we got?
Who do you think?
Oh yeah.
That's a big number.
GMM, what up, brother? What's up, my man? You're the number 8. I know. My man here, Bogart, Scott Free is number 8. So that's all you on Sports Me.
Yep. I am on Sports Me quite a bit.
So you guys got to hook up for sure. So you can take extra.
It's Harden playing. He's questionable now. So I think he plays, but there's no like real indication yet at this point in time. But I think with this, there's plenty of guys you can switch off to, whether it's John Morant, DeJounte Murray, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Luka. There's like a shit ton of people to switch off to if you really need to.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. All right, so we had Reggie.
Who? Oh.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, we ain't playing him in this one.
Oh, they want to do an absolute crazy one.
Oh, yeah, do a different one, though. Just clear it out to start with. Yeah. So let's just clear the whole thing out. Let's do a really crazy one.
All right.
Play Bismack Biombo.
All right, let's get it.
$1.7. Second take extra said K Love's a beast. Yeah, he is, but Jared Allen's playing tonight. Thoughts on Garland? Garland looks pretty good, like he always does. Just had a bad game last time out. Speaking of Garland, I don't think we played Garland at all. We can play him in this one. Bismack, he's probably starting tonight. He's like JaVale McGee's out. You can play Garland at guard. Play CJ McCollum. We were going to play 1.3. Says play Gogo. We can play Gogo. What? McCollum.
What did you say?
CJ McCollum at guard. $1.3.
Why does it do that?
Don't worry about the last game.
Okay, what's next?
Let's see. So we'll go forward. We'll play Goga. I think Goga's still forward eligible.
Nope. Go forward, sorry.
Yep. There you go.
All right.
Second take extra said no. If no Fred, play Gary Trent the third. We can play Gary Trent. Play him at forward though.
Gary Trent.
Yeah, just play him at forward though.
Trent.
Oh,
yeah, I like this play.
Okay, can we do the Blake Griffin one in this one?
Sure.
He's a 2x multiplier. And he should have to play minutes tonight at least. It's probably not going to pan out, but if it does, it'll be awesome. It's kind of like this whole lineup's kind of that way though. Like if these guys pan out, it'll be awesome, but probably won't happen. And then we still need a guard. So. Who the hell do you play at guard? Hold on.
Ja. Do you just throw in Ja or like?
Nah, too boring.
Halliburton?
Play RJ Barrett. You like RJ Barrett?
All right, read it out.
You got RJ there? Okay, so Darius Garland 1.25, CJ McCollum 1.3, RJ Barrett 1.55, Gogo Batazzi 1.55. Why he's forward eligible, I have no idea, but that's a whole nother story for a different day. Gary Trent 1.6, Blake Griffin 2x, and Bismack Biombo 1.7. That is probably the weirdest lineup we'll ever build, but it might work one day. Hopefully the day it works is today, not like tomorrow. Well, it's not going to work tomorrow, that's for sure, because there's only 2 games tomorrow.
All right, we can throw. Let's see. Let's just adjust. I think I'm still going to keep Love. I mean, I don't have a bunch of them that are going to be the same because we're not going to have time to change them, but
yeah.
It's all good.
See. So we had all the lineups for the first 3 games. Don't have any for the next batch of games yet, though. Still waiting on the news on De'Aaron Fox if he's playing. Still waiting on the news if James Harden's playing. Still waiting on the news if Scotty Barnes and Fred VanVleet are playing. There's actually a lot of news still out there. Will Barton, Desmond Bane. Yeah, there's a lot of news that's still not all the way out there, which kind of sucks. Let's see. So I see second take extra said Jazz point guard or Halliburton or RJ. So we ended up playing RJ. Jazz point guard would be Mike Conley. He's fine. If they all go off, this is a crazy multiplier. Yes, it would be really crazy. Let's see. So
yeah,
Greek Freak over 27.5 points. That's fine with the over there. And he's done it like 4 out of the last 5 games. I know that's on my list. Also thoughts on Jokic, points plus rebounds plus assists. So typically getting around 25 points, 8 assists is so 8-9 assists. It's 34. That's really close. I probably wouldn't bet it personally myself. Because on average, he's going to get like right up against that. Some games will go over, a couple games will go under, but not something I'm personally betting myself.
I'm actually excited about tonight, man. I feel like we have some pretty solid lineups for tonight. I mean, we had a pretty solid core to build off of, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's an interesting like 10-game slate. It's not as bad as that like one we had last week. There was like 11 game slate, and I'm just like, this is ugly, literally ugly.
So we can talk about tomorrow night real quick if you want to. Just kind of throw a quick lineup together or whatever. So we have like an initial look or whatever like that. Yeah. We got some people in here still, so if you guys want, we'll build a lineup for tomorrow just to get an initial look. Since tomorrow is SuperDraft Pro subscription side, remember that's the subscription side. If you haven't get signed up yet, make sure you get down there. I'll show you real quick. SDCoachJC.com. Make sure you get signed up. Go hit one of us up on Twitter. Make sure you're hitting us up on Twitter real quick too. Like, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, we're more than willing to help you guys out. More than willing to help you guys out. So.
Yeah. Second Take Extra said, remember the 2-game slate last week? Yeah, these 2-game slates suck. Especially after you have like 3 days with like 9 games.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty tough. Let's see what we got here. So Minnesota versus Golden State. I mean, I like that game. Then the Lakers versus Philly. Let's see here. I mean, I like Ant, man. The Ant man. Anthony Edwards.
God, he shot the ball so well last night. It didn't make sense. Because I was so off.
Even when he's not shooting well, he's not terrible. I mean, 1.25. I mean, I guess he is terrible.
Yeah, but he took 27 shots last night. I'm like, kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's the same thing like I was saying about our man Kevin Love. He took a shit ton of shots.
Yeah, well, that's the way Anthony Edwards is. Like some games, he'll just get the ball and he'll just shoot it no matter what. He'll just be like, "Screw it, I'm shooting."
Yeah, this might be tough. I mean, maybe we play Clay.
What's his multiplier now?
No, 1.65 might be pretty
okay, 1.65. Let me look. Let me look real quick. So Steph's okay at 1.05. I mean, you can look at Edwards. You can look at Russell, 1.25, 1.3. What did Maxey do last night? He's at 1.55. He only had 21, but 2 games before that, he was over 30. He's been over 30. Like Tyrese Maxey is not terrible.
Yeah, 1.55. I mean, we'll have to see what he does. I mean, let's see with the amount. Look at the amount of minutes he has though, and he's just kind of doing.
Oh, he always plays big minutes.
I know, but he's not producing in those minutes for fantasy.
He plays with Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris. He's not going to shoot the ball. It's not his job.
Doesn't have to.
Those guys have to carry.
You know what? Let's start at forward. Forward's going to be pretty easy to start with. I mean, we got Joel Embiid. We're going to roll with. And we could probably still run with Harris too.
Second Take Extra said Maxey's good if no Curry. I mean, I believe Seth Curry's already been ruled out for tomorrow. Don't quote me on that though.
Ooh. I think I like this call, Second Take Extra. Throw a little monk action in there. Yeah, we're already going with Joel. And I mean, LeBron James is a good call.
Yeah, but we might have to play Embiid at center because I'm not sure there's any other centers. I guess you can play Cat, but
just so to me, man, he's been so mediocre.
Yeah, Monk really hasn't done too much outside of the last game lately, so you're gonna have to get lucky on somebody tomorrow. That's for sure.
Yeah,
because LeBron.
I think we could play. Let's see here.
You probably play LeBron. You probably play Tobias Harris at forward. You probably play maybe Otto Porter Jr., maybe Kevon Looney. They're going to need Looney to play bigger minutes. They might need Looney to play bigger minutes though tomorrow versus Cat. But center, it's just Joel Embiid, Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, and that's it. Like I think you have to, you almost have to play Embiid at center unless you're playing Cat.
I got him at center. I mean, I'm looking at this Malik Monk call. I mean, we can go. I mean,
he's just been.
yeah, I kind of like it.
Monk's just been
I know
bad
he just had
outside
a
of
one.
that. He's super streaky. I don't like Jordan Poole with Klay Thompson playing. I don't like a lot of people. I kind of like see Seth Curry's out tomorrow already. So I don't know. It's probably gonna be pretty boring. It's gonna be like mine's probably gonna be like Steph Curry, like D'Angelo Russell, and like Klay Thompson or like Tyrese Maxey or something like that.
Steph Curry's just so boring.
Yeah. But if he has a good game and you don't have him, you're screwed on a 2-game slate. So I will say you can play Jared Vanderbilt. You can play him if Beverly doesn't play. That's the only thing. If Beverly does not play, he plays. You can put
game time decision right now,
right? Beverly's missed like the last 2.5 games, so Looney should play more.
Let's just throw him in there for now.
Yeah. If Beverly does end up playing, though, then Vanderbilt's not as good because Beverly starts and then McDaniels goes back to the bench, and then Vanderbilt and McDaniels split minutes at the 4, and then it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But when they start alongside each other, then Vanderbilt plays better because he gets more minutes. It's a really simple process.
Lineups are going to be so similar tomorrow. It's crazy.
Yeah. We're not playing fucking Russell Westbrook.
I know. Why is he's such a dud? Mr. Rock.
He actually had 2 good games in there all of a sudden. But if you look at the last 20 games he's played, he's been terrible. How many minutes Klay played last time? 25. So he's still like around 24 to 26 minute limit. He could pay off at 1.65. I mean, you're looking at him, and you're looking at like Tyrese Maxey pretty much. Unless you're taking it
pretty bad.
Otherwise, you're taking just chances on other guys pretty much.
We're throwing Monk in there. We're throwing Monk in there for second take extra.
Yeah, so you play Russell, you play Edwards, you play Maxey, you play Klay Thompson. Pick one of those and then go with it.
Yeah, let's see.
Actually, Maxey might not be terrible tomorrow. Because we all know Russell Westbrook can't play defense. Or he chooses not to play defense. Let's put it that way.
I'm even throw him in there for now. Yeah. Pivot later if I have to. I mean, do a little research. Hey.
Yeah.
I guess I like this. We got Steph Curry, Malik. I like this Malik Monk call. I like this call. If it pays off, man, if he hits 40 points, I really like that call.
Yep. So
yeah, I like Maxey too, but yeah, I think we're just gonna roll with this.
Hold on.
For now, I'm gonna do a little more research tomorrow. This isn't official, so
King's starting lineup. So King's starting lineups: Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley, Rashawn Holmes, and then De'Aaron Fox is out tonight. So Halliburton is fine. Apparently, and you can play. You can play Davion Mitchell tonight as a dart throw. You can also play Buddy Hield if you really want to, even though he's still not starting.
Anytime you say Buddy Hield, I like that call.
I hate Buddy Hield.
How do I feel about that?
I hate Buddy Hield, but it's because he how well he played at Oklahoma against Kansas. So, and he was there for 4 years too. Miami Heat starting lineup is Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, Bam Adebayo. So no surprises there.
The dog is on one tonight.
Yep. Yeah. Not
Let's
sure
see
we got
what
any
we're
other
doing in
games.
golf. I know it's not very well.
2 of mine were cashing. Or
Let's
they would be
see.
if it ended today. Let's put it that way.
Sanders at -4. Let's see. Stanley's +8. Woo! That guy sucks.
I told you it was a big risk. He's either going to shoot like 6 under or 8 over.
Yeah, he's really bad.
Yeah, so I got Matt. So mine is Matt Jones is 1 under. Norlander's 2 under. That's my worst one so far. John Rahm 6 under. Shoffley's 4 under. Luke List is 5 under. And Tony Finau is 5 under. So it's off to a good start for me.
Yeah, Finau's doing really well.
Yeah, just need Hendrik Norlander to step it up. Hawks starters are Trey Young, Kevin Herter. Ooh, Kevin Herter's starting tonight instead of Bogdanovich. So Herter, Hunter, Collins, Capella. But Bogdanovich is still playing. But he's coming off the bench. If that matters at all. Probably not. I'm not really trying to play either of those guys either way, so not on a 10-game slate.
-1. Who's already got the turnover? Who's got the turnover already?
Will Barton's playing tonight.
Oh. Yeah.
So much for him not playing.
I like that. Man, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that healed. I'm going to have to do that healed play.
Apparently, I got a notification that said John Morant's playing tonight, personal. But we already knew he was playing. I never heard anything that he wasn't going to play, so like, well, that kind of scares me now.
All right. Should we get out of here? What's tomorrow? What time is tomorrow's game at for SuperDraft Pro?
Just do 5 o'clock again. I think it starts at 6:30, but just do 5 again if that's okay.
I mean, that's fine. Oh, you got Kansas City game or Kansas game? Sorry.
No, Kansas plays Saturday, but so Brandon Clark remains a game time decision, but oh boy.
So let's get out of here. Tell them where to find you, brother.
I just want this big Blake Griffin game tonight. Let's see. So you can find me on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport. You can find me on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/Coach Craig Sports. You can find me on SportsMe, as Bogard was talking about, at Coach Craig Sports as well.
And you can find me everywhere at JC Money Design. Make sure that you go hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I'm doing a giveaway. So follow me on Twitter or follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you go onto my Instagram, you'll see my giveaway right on my Instagram. So I'm giving away a signed T. Higgins mini helmet. Just get at me. Make sure you're on that YouTube and make sure you get signed up at on SuperDraft, sdcoachjc.com. If you got any questions, obviously hit one of us up. And if you have Craig, you can get signed up with Craig too. He's got his own link too. So make sure you get signed up. Appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you guys are here tomorrow night. What's up, brother?
I said I'm just switching to some LaMarcus Aldridge on FanDuel and DraftKings now. Like I never did that.
Yeah, I mean I got him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too. What time is that game at? 7?
Yeah, 7 o'clock our time at least. I always think in Eastern time, just because like that's how I talk in my videos, just because that's easier for people. Hey, golf. My DraftKings golf lineup's doing really well. Besides Norlander, he's like my lone bad wolf.
Stanley, you suck.
Yeah. I told you he was a risky play.
That's okay.
How much is
nothing
Aldridge?
wrong with the risk? Sometimes you gotta do it. I mean, it would have been awesome if he did well.
No risk in the biscuit.
Yeah, he's done though. He's not gonna make the cut. He'd have to have a hell of a fucking game tomorrow.
Yep. Apparently,
So
hopefully, he
hopefully
played the
my
tough
guys
course
can figure
today.
out.
Hopefully, at least
Yeah,
played the
I
tough
should have
course
looked at
today.
that. Should look more into that.
I mean, they have to play either. They have to play both courses either way, anyways. But hey, I can play in some Halliburton now.
Yeah.
That worked out.
All right, let's get out of here. Be back tomorrow, same time. Later, everyone.